In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make some changes under your gradebook and grade setup so that you can determine which columns and what things students see and have visibility of their grades. So you have the ability as a teacher to turn on or turn off different things. So from my gradebook right now, I can see I'm in marking period 1 of a course. I can see my overall grade percentage, the total points, as well as the marking period percentage and all of the different assignments for those students. On grade setup, you can see I have the option to turn off the override grade column, the grade period override columns, total points columns. Okay, so right now those three that are highlighted correlate to these three right here. So 1, 2, and 3. So I have that option to turn those off. The other thing I wanted to point out is I have the option to have the visibility settings. So right now you see nothing is checked. So when I switch to the student side for this class, you can see I see all kinds of percentages. I see what they received on certain assignments, which is fine, but it would give me the entire course grade. And again, we don't want there to be any type of discrepancy between Schoology and PowerSchool, because let's say if you're using the gradebook, all of the information and grades you're putting into Schoology first will sync over. However, if you've graded something in Schoology but have not manually synced it yet, those grades would be different. So you want to kind of avoid having that grade percentage or total points discrepancy. So what I can do is I can turn these off, and I'm going to save those changes. So when I go back to the gradebook, I can see that those columns are now gone, and all I see is the assignments and their grades for them. So that is what would be removed from my gradebook. Remember, the other piece was about the visibility options. So if I would go back to the grade setup, and I can say I want to hide the overall grade as well as hide the grading period grades in the student grade report. This one is grayed out because I don't have the total points column turned on. If I did, you would see that would illuminate. And if so, I could hide that as well. So let me do that and save those changes. So when I switch back to the student report, and I'm going to go down, and you can see that those percentages are now gone and just shows the student what they received out of each one. So it just is nice that it takes away the course grade, it takes away the total points, and allows them just to see this. So from a student and parent perspective, they can still see what their grades were, but it's not necessarily calculating and doing the overall grades where they're essentially going to look under PowerSchool. So that is the easiest way, is to obviously turn on or off whichever grading columns you do or do not want, as well as those visibility settings, which relates to the students and parents and what they see under their grade report. And that is all done under grade setup.